Okay, so we will be measuring now degrees. Let me start by drawing a complete turn or making a complete revolution with my compass. Okay, so in this complete turn here, we have gone through 360 degrees. That's the point. All the way you went from here to all the direction to end back to the same starting point, that is 360 degrees. Okay, now let's see what we mean by 360 degrees. So one complete revolution is equals to 360 degrees. Note here a value, a symbol. This symbol here represents degree, right? Notice that here we can form four right angles. A complete revolution is also equal to 4 RT angles, to 4 right angles. So let's do some calculations with respect to angles and revolution. So consider that I give you something like this, and I tell you now how many degrees are there in a say 8 over 12 of a revolution, or B, I'm going to give it as a decimal also, 0.2 of a revolution. Okay, or let me put it C, 1 right angle. So I could ask you questions as a fraction of a revolution, a decimal of a revolution, or simply as right angles. Okay, so the way we work this out, I'm going to be doing the working out in red. So here it goes. We know that a complete turn or a revolution is equal to 360 degrees. So the way you're going to do this, you're going to put here 1 revolution equals 360 degrees. Okay, so I will start with this. So 1 revolution equals 360 degrees. So 8 over 12, okay, of a revolution is equals to 8 over 12 times 360 degrees. So state that. Now do your cancelling that you cancel. 12 could cancel with 12 and go into 360, 30 degrees. 8 times 30 will give us 240 degrees, and that is the amount of degrees that 8 over 12 of a revolution is equals to. Okay, so given a fraction of a revolution, put that fraction times 360 degrees, which is the total degrees in a complete revolution. Let's go with the decimal format now. Given the decimal of a revolution, how do you work that out? Well, I will start with this. 1 revolution is equal to 360 degrees. You state that. That's a fact. So 0.2 of a revolution is equals to 0.2 times 360 degrees. Okay, and so you multiply that out, 0.2 times 360 degrees, and that is going to give us 72 degrees. Okay, so you can say that 0.2 is equal, or 0.2 of our revolution is equal to 72 degrees. Likewise here. Now consider right angles. Well, you need to put here, instead of putting degrees now and revolution in that format, you're going to say now that 4 right angles is equals to 360 degrees. That's a fact. Why? Because there are 4 right angles in 360 degrees, or a complete revolution. Hence, we can put the size of an angle of a right angle. So we put 1 right angle is equals then to, all right, we're going to put here 360 degrees I'm going to put here 360 degrees divided by 4, because you only want one of the right angle, which will now give us 90 degrees. Hence, we can say that one right angle is equal to 90 degrees. That is how you will be calculating this. So if you're given a fraction of a revolution, you put that fraction times 360 degrees. If you're given a decimal of a revolution, you put the decimal times 360 degrees. If you're given the amount of right angles, you put that amount times 360, or in other words, you divide by 4 and then multiply times 1. Okay, that's how you're going to be doing this. In other words, what has happened here, let me break this down a little bit more so you can see where is the 1. Okay, so we all know that one complete revolution has 360 degrees. All right, so if we talk of 3 right angles, and I'm going to use here an example, 3 right angles, I'm going to put now that 4 right angles is equal to 360 degrees. Therefore, 3 right angles is equal to 360 degrees divided by 4, which will give us the size of one right angle, but we want 3 right angles, and that is going to give us 270 degrees. Therefore, 3 right angles is equal to 270 degrees. So that is how you are calculating. So if you're wondering where did this 1 go to, the 1 is right here times 1. That is understood, but I just use this so that you can see that the 1 is actually being multiplied here, but because it's by 1, you could disregard that part there and consider that that's times 1. Unlike this one here, you cannot disregard the 3 because you need to multiply the amount of degree that each right angle is equals to get the total amount of degrees of 3 right angles. Okay, so that is how we do for the angles.